Welcome back to part 2 of our caravan renovation. If you watched part 1, you would know that we've removed this lounge on the left side, which had a wheel arch straight underneath. This is the ensuite we are going to be building straight over the top of where that lounge was. So this episode basically shows a hell of a lot of planning and measuring. Make sure you do that heaps before you actually commit to building anything. We really just wanted to make sure there was going to be ample room between where the ensuite was and the existing lounge to have enough of a walkway. So with the framing, we actually ended up using the Meranti wood, which is already existing in the caravan anyway. It's quite nice and light as well. So we did all the cutting inside the caravan for the framing purely because it was pouring down rain outside on that day, so we couldn't actually really take it inside and outside. It was just much quicker. So make sure you stay tuned, as the next parts will be a lot of the information about the wall panels, how we did the waterproofing, insulation, how we also built the frame over the wheel arch as well. So hopefully you enjoy.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide.
Alright, so starting off the framing day, we are a couple of hours in. It's absolutely downpouring outside all day today, so we've had to build it inside, so it's taken a little bit longer. So we've ripped off the little headpiece that was here, just because eventually we are going to move that door up. When we go off-road a little bit, we just don't want that step to be as low because it's going to get taken out on rocks and stuff. So that's one thing we've done today. We built this side wall of the bathroom. This part here with the frame and this part here is where that retractable door will join together. Then we've got obviously the sidewall framing done, and then the wall at the back that joins the panel that's already on here. So we've got a decent sized amount of room so far. So the shower's going to be in here. Behind that is a little small cupboard, so the actual fittings and stuff of the shower will be hidden behind that. The drain, we are still to determine, depending what's underneath as well as to the exact position. There's going to be a little bit of a lip up here so that the water, when the panel's on, will drain down into the drain. And then obviously here we're still going to be building that frame out for the toilet and then vanity in the corner. So it should actually be still a decent size. And when you look out here, there is still plenty of room for a bit of an aisle walkway. And then if we ever are having breakfast on the little lounge area, we're just going to build a narrow little table here that's portable. So when we're using it for breakfast, lunch or dinner, when we're not using it, it can just go underneath the actual lounge for some storage. So it should actually work quite well size-wise once it's all done. done at the end of the framing day. So we've got this outside panel all put in. And when you go inside, it's now actually got a little bit of shape to it, so you can see where everything's going to be. So we got the panel on the outside, and then the panel closing off the bedroom just down there. So even though these are slightly different colors, it doesn't matter because everything is going to get painted wall-wise anyway. We just pick something with a little bit of a grain to it so that it sort of matches quite close once it's all painted with the cupboards and the existing walls. So that's already in there, just so you can see the inside. So we're still waiting on the panels that are going to be inside the bathroom to come in stock. So that's going to be one of our next tasks, and then to do a little bit of waterproofing, which will be in another one of the videos. But at least you can roughly see now exactly sort of what size we've got working with. And then where these sides of the walls are, that's where the retractable door is going to join together with. So it should be quite a decent sized bathroom once it's all done. So the bit that you can see Dan putting in now is the framing along the base. So originally, because we could not find an actual shower base that was already prefabbed into the shape that we needed with the wheel arch being there, we originally had the plan of using our wall panels as a floor base and actually making a slanted base ourselves and going down into a drain for the water to go down. But you will actually eventually see in the videos, I actually had the idea of buying a shower base and actually cutting it around where the wheel arch is and then resealing it. So we didn't end up doing that, which you will see towards the end of the videos and understand why. But just so you can see why we were actually originally putting this little lip part in, that is why. But in the end, we actually ended up having to slightly change this part of the framing. So if you do notice a difference in the videos, that is why. So waterproofing this caravan. So caravans fall under a different sort of category, compared to buses and RVs. They can hold a lot more weight, whereas caravans can't. So everything that we have looked up, other YouTube videos, things like that, no one does a standard normal waterproofing like you would say in your bathroom at home. Obviously all those waterproof boards are quite heavy, so putting them into your caravan does definitely add the weight up very, very quickly. So what we're going to do, we're going to re-silicone every single edge that we've got around here so that the water obviously is hopefully going to have an extra layer of waterproofing. After that, we're going to be waterproofing all along the walls, the whole wall where the shower is actually coming out, and all the floors. So that's going to be 2 layers. So hopefully that should be quite waterproofed. Then obviously the panels that go over the top are going to be waterproofed and then siliconed every single edge around as well. So from everything we've seen, that is 10 times more than what most people in the caravans actually do waterproof. So fingers crossed that should actually hold out quite well as long as we silicone everything and do a really good couple of thick coats of this waterproofing. So that is going to be our next step basically. So get the waterproofing done because that will have to dry for a fair bit before we can do the second coat. So once that's done, we can then get the panels in. So as I said, this is the one that we are using. So next step is doing the acrylic shower wall panels. So when we did this, our plan was actually to finish the butt joints off with a metal flat bar in a white color. With COVID, there were so many delays with things. They were out of stock absolutely everywhere. We could not get them ordered in anywhere. So you will see towards the end of the videos how we did end up finishing this. But if this is you, buy the wall panels and the butt joints at the same time. So you do have to put those in at the time of installing the walls because they slide into the butt joints to actually finish them off. So don't fall for the same mistake we did. Obviously COVID kind of screwed us over in that way, but in the end it still will look great.
Yeah, yeah.
So just to show how we'll be doing the wheel arch build, so we've already got the existing wheel arch now. We have a base layer that is already waterproofed. We'll be adding a top layer to that framing. We are then going to be measuring some studs that actually go all along the back wall, the side wall, along the front, and also over the front of the wheel arch and down the right side of the angle of the wheel arch to allow a panel to be put on top for the water to drain. On the top of this wheel arch, there's also going to be support frames, which you will see in the next video. The grey here is the panel, so you'll see a panel along the top, a panel going down that right-hand side for the water to run into the shower base, and along the whole front part of the wheel arch will be a white panel as well. So when looking at this wheel arch, you will only see white paneling. So after today's efforts, we've had a few hours and we've managed to get the wall paneling up. So that little join in between, they're all going to be sealed. Obviously all the corner and the wall edges are all going to have trims on them, but we've managed to get it out quite nice to the edge of the window. So eventually this part will be painted white too, so it'll actually look a bit more modern. We've got the wheel arch frame already built, so it's already ready to support the vanity and for the toilet as well. We're still just waiting for the shower base to come, and then once the shower base comes we can work out a bit more of what to do with the floor. But so we've got a fair bit done for this afternoon. So coming up in the next episode, you'll see how we cut down the shower base to fit into that little area. We also finished off the paneling along the floor. We did the wall panels along the tops and the sides of the wheel arch build as well. We then also put in the vanity and the sink. Dan also did the fixtures, so the actual tap and the shower head and the mixer as well. He also went into the plumbing aspect of all the pipes. He also redid the lighting and an exhaust fan and the lighting in the main caravan. You'll also see us build the retractable door into the actual structure and also the framing that goes above the retractable door. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and make sure you watch the next one.